Hello! Today I propose you making a very simple star. I found this little star in the field of osier weaving. The task was to decorate a little Christmas tree, that's why I had to make little stars. So it occurred to me that I could make a star with a single tube, make many little stars, paint them, and the tree would be decorated. How do I make them? I'm going to show you on the example of this long tube, but you do understand that instead of one long tube you can use two shorter ones. There's no difference. So, let's make a bigger star and then a smaller one. I've rolled a big long tube of an unfolded advertising paper. Here is my stripe. It is 5.5 centimeters, about 2 inches wide, and 55 centimeters or 23 inches long. So I've got tubes like this. Unfortunately, I fail making such long tubes smooth. One end is thinner and the other one is somewhat thicker. On the one hand it is a drawback, on the other hand it is an advantage, you'll see. I cut a weaker end a little. For example, let's make a star's side 5 centimeters, about 2 inches. Mark the interval and fold the way we usually do while shaping a star. Make a few folds like this and shape a star. One, two, three. The star has been shaped. I would recommend beginners to apply glue. As for me, I glue later in the process. This part has been shaped. For further work I need a flexible tube, so I soften it. I lead a tube through like this. It is very important to get this beam fixed. That is why I hold it with my fingers, but actually you can glue it. I'm going to apply some glue later. I make one loop and then wrap the point where the beams meet. The beams have been fixed. Now you can either just cut and glue it in this point. But I'll lead the tube tail through the first coil with the help of a knitting needle. Lead it through and pull tight. So I cut the remainder. The only thing left is fixing the point of transition to wrapping. I usually hide it and drop some glue. That's all, the single tube star is ready. The stars made of thin, rigid tubes are usually very expressive looking. Let's try making a smaller star of fax paper. Let's make a beam side 4 centimeters, 1.5 inch. Fold it. Continue. I've connected a few tubes. I usually roll tubes of used fax paper. If you roll tubes of new fax paper, you can adjust the required length of tubes. This tube is not so easy to soften. Besides, there is a point of lengthening that interferes. However, stars made of such rough paper are very expressive. The beams are very distinct, they don't flatten. Let's connect the joint. Well, of course you can stick it with glue and wait for a while till it fastens, but to my mind the best thing about this kind of a star is that it is very fast to make. You can make quite a lot of them very fast and decorate the whole Christmas tree with them. We have passed the point of lengthening, the hardest point. This paper is a bit harder to work with, but anyway. And lead the remaining tail through the last coil. So we've got a star like this. I like the one made of white paper even better, it is more expressive. A few words about painting. This star has been made of orange advertising sheets and covered with regular acrylic paint. The paint is made by Maxima, decorative acrylic enamel with pearl effect. But most of all, I like the stars like these, gold color painted with spray paint for cards. Such stars are especially nice looking. All the stars on my Christmas tree have been painted this way. Besides, I wrote some balls for a change. Such balls require 3 tubes of a standard size. I've painted them with car paint as well. It takes about an hour or two to decorate a small Christmas tree this way.